If you are a youth bowler, I will need you to sign a waiver that will go into your smart account. When you start your next game, please remember to push the space button and move to your next pair. All right, bowlers, when your arrows are up, you may begin your first round of competition. Good luck and good scoring.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our live coverage of the summer team trials here on Bowl TV. Round number 1 for the men underway here. We are at the International Training and Research Center in Arlington, Texas for our summer team trials again this year, second year in a row we've had this event. I'm Lucas Wiseman. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. Give you an idea of what the format is for this tournament. It's 3 games today, 6 games on Saturday, and 6 games on Sunday. And after 15 games, the top two men and top 2 women will earn automatic spots on Team USA for 2015. Going to be bowling on 3 different WTBA patterns this weekend. We start the tournament with the short pattern today, which is Beijing. Montreal will be the medium pattern tomorrow, and we'll finish the tournament with Paris, which is the long pattern. Just underway with our opening game of 3. The women will be on the lanes once the men finish up to bowl their first 3 games. We've got 30 men in the field this weekend, and we've got 18 on the women's side. To get bowling for 2 spots on Team USA 2015. See Matt Farber in the green shirt there on lane 11, getting ready to step up. Matt just coming back recently from Hong Kong, where he competed in the World Youth Championships for Junior Team USA. So again, if you're just tuning in, you're watching live coverage of the USBC Summer Team USA Trials here on Bowl TV. We are in our opening game of 3. The first round for the men. First round for the women will be coming up a little bit later on this evening. And we will have live coverage all weekend long for you as this tournament will continue Saturday and Sunday here on this Labor Day weekend. So if you don't have much to do this weekend on the holiday weekend, just be able to sit back and relax and enjoy some live coverage of the Summer Team USA Trials here on Bowl TV. Again, we're bowling 3 games today, 6 games on Saturday, 6 games on Sunday, and after 15 games, the top 2 bowlers in both the men's and the women's division will earn automatic spots on Team USA for 2015. again, if you're just joining us here, you're watching our live coverage of the Summer Team USA Trials here on Bold TV. This is our opening game of the 2014 Summer Team USA Trials. The men are going to bowl 3 games in this round on the short pattern. Women will be in a little bit later on today to bowl their 3 games. Bowl 6 games tomorrow on the medium pattern and 6 games on Sunday on the long, and that'll determine the 2 men and women who, the top 2 men and top 2 women who will earn spots on Team USA for 2015. Rest of the spots are going to be determined in January at the Team USA Trials in Las Vegas. About approaching the 5th frame here of our opening game of 3 in men's round 1 here at the International Training and Research Center in Arlington, Texas. Opening round of the 2014 USBC Summer Team USA Trials on the short pattern. If you're interested to find information on the Team USA Trials for your chance to make it on to Team USA, you can look at bowl.com/Team USA Trials, bowl.com/Team USA Trials. That event going to take place in January, and the men's field has sold out the last couple of years, and we do fully expect another sellout. So you plan to bowl the Team USA Trials in January, you probably should enter early. Last year, I believe it was sold out by mid-December. Moving along here in our opening game at the Summer Team USA Trials. We'll have results and information at bowl.com/summer trials. Should be on the website soon. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon as we watch our opening game of the 2014 Summer Team USA Trials. I'm Lucas Wiseman, bowling on the short pattern here this afternoon in the opening round, which is Beijing. We will shift to the medium pattern tomorrow, which is Montreal. And on Sunday, we will bowl on the long pattern, which is Paris. So you'll see a lot of bowlers on this pattern playing to the right, and a lot of urethane balls being used on this short pattern today. 5 on a pair for the guys. So their pace of play going to be at about 45 minutes a game or so. The women will only have 3 on a pair, so they're going to go pretty fast when they bowl this evening. Women are scheduled to start at 6:45 Central Time today. Matt McNeil putting on a little show there, converting the washout to stay clean through 7 frames. Steve asking in the chat if it's based on a point system. It is not. This is based on total pinfall for the 15 games. That will determine our 2 men and 2 women who make Team USA. And Team USA trials in January based on point system. Mike Fagan, as you might expect, bowling very well here in game 1. He's off to the right of our featured pairs on 13 and 14. Fagan spare, double spare, 5-bagger going into the 10th, so he can shoot 269 in game 1. Kevin Andes on our featured pair just made that baby split with a sleeper. He's bowling pretty well. He can max at, looks like 255 this game. Keep you posted on how Fagan finishes up in game 1. They're already getting ready to bowl the 10th frame over there. Of course, they're on the end pair, so don't have to worry about as much lane courtesy. And somebody else bowling well down on the lower end. If you go to bowl.com/summer trials, you'll be able to find a link to the live scoring. If you would like to take a look at how things are going here on the pairs that you can't see. if you go to bowl.com/summer trials, click on 2014 results, you'll find the link to the live scoring, the Merrick live scoring, which is currently active, and you can see any of the 6 pairs that we're using for the tournament, lanes 3 through 14 here at the International Training and Research Center. Looks like it's Corey Simmons, the left-hander, former member of the Team USA program, who's got the front 6-9 spare double. So he is got a max of 279 in game 1. Corey Simmons got the first one in the 10th, so that's going to put him in the 260s for sure. Again, live coverage for you here on Bowl TV all weekend long for the Summer Team USA Trials. I'm Lucas Wiseman. Thanks for joining us. We're at the International Training and Research Center in Arlington, Texas. Corey Simmons did strike the second shot in the 10th, so that's going to put him in the 270s. 279 for Corey Simmons with a strike on his last ball down on lanes 3 and 4. Mike Fagan finishing up on 13 and 14, going to be at 248 with a strike on his last ball. So 247 for Mike Fagan, 279 for Corey Simmons. Those are two of the highest scores posted so far. As we wrap up our opening game here. Again, you'll be able to see the updated standings as soon as we finish each game at bowl.com/summer trials. You can also find the link to the live scoring there as well. Kevin Andes, 254. Great game for him. I think that will put him in second place. Justin Bowie, 253. I think it's going to be Corey Simmons, 279, and then Kevin Andes, 254. Justin Bowie, 253, and Mike Fagan, 247. Looks like it'll be the top of the standings after game one as we wrap up here. There's our final frame for Matt Farber as we wrap up game one here at the Summer Team USA Trials. Again, we're going to bowl 3 games today on the short pattern for both the men and the women. The women will be in starting at about 6:45 p.m. Central Time for their 3-game block. All right, game 1 over, game 2 underway. Already on 9 and 10, and get started on 11 and 12 here momentarily. I want to remind you that there's another opportunity to earn a spot on Team USA 2015, and that's coming up in January at the Team USA Trials, which will be at the Orleans and Las Vegas. Registration is now open, and you can get registered at bowl.com/team trials. And I mentioned it earlier, worth noting again that the Team USA Trials has sold out for the men the past 2 years. A limited capacity of 175 bowlers. It is expected that it will sell out again. Last year sold out pretty early, so if you want to guarantee yourself a spot in the Team USA Trials, you should enter soon. I see John Burkett in the chat. Maybe John will go out to Las Vegas and try to earn a spot on Team USA. Once again, bowl.com/Team USA Trials if you'd like to find some information on the January event. It's where the rest of Team USA is determined. There's a total of 12 men and 12 women on the team. And we announced the final 10 spots for each gender in January at the team trials. Game 2 underway here. I'm Lucas Wiseman. Thanks for joining us here at the Summer Team USA Trials at the International Training and Research Center in Arlington, Texas. It's the home of Team USA and Junior Team USA as well. The ITRC is open to anybody who wants to come and train here. And you can also just come and practice on the patterns, as I saw you guys talking about in the chat. It's a fantastic opportunity to come and even just bowl on whatever pattern you want, pretty much. If you want more information on the training center, you can go to bowlingitrc.com. bowlingitrc.com. Results are updated on bowl.com/summer trials now after the first game. And pretty much exactly like we thought. Corey Simmons, 279 is her leader. Kevin Andes, 254. Justin Bowie, 253. Mike Fagan, 247. And Eric Gulbranson rounds out the top 5 at 230. Had 8 bowlers bowled 200 or better in the opening game on the Beijing pattern. Once again, if you go to bowl.com/summer trials, click on the 2014 results link, you'll find the standings. Watching our opening round of the Summer Team USA Trials here on Bowl TV. Game number 2 on our men's opening round on the Beijing pattern. Game 2 of 3. Find the standings at bowl.com/summer trials. I'd like to check those out. Strike spare double for Eric Grobrenson to start this game. He was right up there in the top 5 after game 1. Back tomorrow morning at, I believe, 9 a.m. Central Time with round 2. 6 games tomorrow for the men and 6 for the women. Sunday we start at 8 a.m. Central Time. Find the schedule at bowl.com/summer trials. just tuning in, you're watching live coverage of the USBC Summer Team USA Trials here on Bowl TV. Game 2 of 3 in progress, bowling on the Beijing pattern here today. A few more strikes this game than last, it seems like, as the players get settled in. I do believe that we will have Mike Fagan on for the final game on 9 and 10. They're skipping one pair here today in the first round. And the next 2 rounds, they won't have to skip any pairs because we're only using 6 pairs and they're bowling 6 games. So they'll bowl 1 game on each pair. We'll have live coverage for you here all weekend, the summer trials. Again, tomorrow and Sunday as well. Our next event after this is going to be the PABCON Women's Championships in Cali, Colombia. That'll be Team USA women competing in that event. That is, I believe that starts on September 13th. 13th through the 17th. And after that, not too much going on in the month of October. We'll have the Super Senior Classic here at the ITRC last week in October. And then things ramp up again in November with the World Cup, Kubica AMF World Cup in Poland. That'll be the first week in November. And the Men's World Championships in Abu Dhabi the first 2 weeks in December. So we've got some big events coming up for you here on Bold TV over the course of the next few months. As always, you can check bowl.com/livestream for our upcoming live schedule. We'll be updating that soon with the PABCON Women's Championships schedule. Like I said, a few more strikes this game than last game as things start to settle down a little bit here on this short pattern. See Team USA member Nathan Bohr stepping up in the 8th frame. Aside from the gutter ball in the 3rd, he's been perfect this game. Brian Ezel had the front 7 before that split on lane 12, left the 4-6. Still a good start to the game, though, even though had an open in the 8th. Update on the bowlers who are at the top of the standings coming into this game. Corey Simmons is on lane 8 if you're following the live scoring. 9 spare, 9 spare strike, 9 spare, 9 spare strike for Corey to start. So no doubles through 6 frames for Corey. Kevin Andes, let's see if we can figure out where he ended up after the first game. Like he is on lane 7. Open in the 6th, strike in the 7th, max 231 for Kevin this game. Justin Bowie, a couple open frames, 3 open frames this game. And 5 strikes, max 207 for Justin. Mike Fagan heading into the 10th can max at 245. This game, and of course Eric Gulbranson is on the featured pairs for game 2, can max at 232. He's getting ready to step up on lane 12. now, after this game ends, the women will come out for their 3 games of round 1. But we will go off the air between squads while they re-oil the lanes, but back on the air somewhere around 6:45 Pacific time. No, 6:45 Central time here on Bull TV. So be sure to join us this evening for our continuing live coverage of the Summer Team USA Trials. We still have another game to get through here. This squad, though, as we are in the 9th frame of game number 2 of 3. All right, our third game, final game getting started already here with Mike Fagan starting with a strike, 481 after 2 games for Fagan. Corey Simmons, 223, 502 for him. And we should have standings here momentarily as soon as 7 and 8 clear. All right, updated standings for you. As expected, Corey Simmons still leading at 502 after 2 games. Michael Fagan at 481. Kevin Andes at 464. Devin Bidwell 440 and Eric Branson at 439 would be your top 5 after 2 games. This is our final game of the day for the men. The women will be coming up starting at approximately 6:45 p.m. Central Time. Blake asking in the chat why this is a limited entry event for the summer trials. The ITRC only has 16 lanes that can be used for competition, so it's max capacity for this tournament was 40 men and 40 women. But I think just about everybody who signed up got a spot. We only have 30 men and 18 women, so there was no shortage of spots this year. There is an average requirement that needs to be met, which you can find more about in the rules for this tournament if you look at bowl.com/summer trials. But if you met the average requirement, really no reason why you wouldn't be able to bowl. We certainly hope that you will join us for the Team USA trials in January here on, it'll be right here on Bowl TV. It'll take place in Las Vegas at the Orleans again. And that also is capped 175 men and 175 women will compete in the Team USA trials. It has sold out on the men's side the last 2 years. So if you do plan to bowl the Team USA trials in January, you should get your entry in early. And registration is now open at bowl.com/Team USA trials. Mike Fagan with the front 4, 9 and 10 this game. Brandon Biondo with the front 3, getting ready to step up over on lane 9 here in just a moment, as we are in our final game of the day for the men. Women will be coming up next here on Bull TV. Looking for the results, you can find them at bowl.com/summer trials. Results are updated every game. Corey Simmons, who's on our featured pair on lane 12, bowler number 2, is the leader at 5:02 after 2 games. Mike Fagan, who's about to be up on lane 10 with the front 4, is in second place at 481, although after 4 frames he's moved ahead of Corey Simmons this game. Mike Fagan up, front four. You can see how far right he's standing. Throwing a urethane ball. Goes right up the back of it. Fires it in there for front five. Women should get started in about an hour and 20 minutes. Again, they're going to bowl much faster than the guys will. They've only got 3 on a pair for the women, so it'll be at a much faster pace, and they'll probably be done this evening, I would guess, in an hour and a half. Fagan's run of strikes comes to an end with the 7-pin in the 6th, but he is still presently in the lead. As he has leapfrogged Corey Simmons so far this game. Still a few frames to go, though. Final game of round 1 for the men here at the Summer Team USA Trials. The women will be coming up in about an hour and 10 minutes for their first 3 games of this tournament. Be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Time, round 2, which is 6 games on the medium pattern, Montreal, and then our final 6 games on Sunday, starting at 8 a.m. Central Time. Will be on the long pattern, Paris. Just a couple of frames to go here in our final game. And coming into game 3, Corey Simmons was leading at 5:02. You see Corey up on lane 11 right now. Corey chops the spare, so his max score this game going to be 2:01. He is not going to be the leader at the end of this day. Looks like that honor will likely belong to Mike Fagan, who is about to be up on lane 10. Fagan can shoot 279 this game. He's at 481 after the first two, and in second place after 2 games. Looks like he will move up the standings to the top spot heading into round 2. Well, if Mike Fagan strikes out for 279, that certainly would be a fantastic total here for the first 3 games. And round number 1, that would put him at 760 for this opening round. 253.3 average. Of course, it's just 3 games out of 15. We still have 6 games on medium and 6 games on long to come this weekend. So it's just a small portion of the 15 game total. Of course, Fagan, as you might expect, off to a good start. Fagan always seems to be very sharp on these short patterns, using his urethane equipment right up the boards. You can see him on lane 9 right now. 10th frame, max score 279 out there for Fagan. As he continues to whack him here to close out round 1. So Fagan going to be at 268 to close out round one. And he is going to be your leader after round one. $749 for Fagan. Closing out here, round one for the men. They'll be back on the lanes tomorrow morning with their second round, 6 games on the medium pattern. And then they will bowl Sunday afternoon for their final 6 games on the long. Corey Simmons trying to close it out here and save this game, but he's going to be at 187 with a spare. A couple opens this game and a couple doubles for Simmons, and he is going to drop out of that top spot and down the standings a bit after game 3. Again, the women going to be coming up at approximately 6:45 p.m. Central Time. That's in about an hour, so a little less than an hour or so is what they're scheduled to get started. So we will see you back here in a little bit less than an hour at the start of the women's first round here on Bowl TV at the Summer Team USA Trials. So we'll see you back here in a little bit. Hope you will join us later this evening for the women's opening round.